Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It is the Kevin Jackson Show. I am pleased to be with you. I'm smiling. I hope you're smiling, too. KJRadio.com is where you can reach us on the internet, or 844-551-8255. Let's just jump into it. What do you say? Lots of stuff going on. UN, Trump there, talking smack, saying, make the United Nations great. Not again. Make it great. We'll talk about that in some depth today, because I want to explain to you the charter of the United Nations and the idea that why are we putting money into this organization? If you know the four tenets of the United Nations, why it started at the end of the Second World War, and what it has accomplished, it's laughable. It's like the U.S.'s energy policy. Let's decrease our dependence on foreign oil as we use more foreign oil than ever before. It's ridiculous. We've done nothing to solve these problems. The United Nations is a joke. And if you look at it practically, that's the only conclusion you can come to. If you didn't tell me anything about the organization and you said, Kevin, research this organization, give me the pillars of it, and then tell me what your thoughts are, there is only one conclusion you can come to, and I shall prove it today. Anyway, so we got the UN. We've got, the other point I want to make about that is I'm not just going to tell you what their charter is. I want to explain in depth. So we may spend a little more time than I might normally do. I like sometimes taking us into a little bit of deeper water on some of this stuff. I don't know if you've seen the Starbucks pro-military commercial, but what a joke this thing is. These are the guys. Starbucks, Howard Schultz, former CEO. I think he's stepped down. He essentially slapped in the face America by saying during the time that Donald Trump issued the travel order, same travel order that Barack Obama did, and he said it was racist and against, Muslims and whatever, and he was going to hire refugees to work at Starbucks. And it was a huge backfire. The company's not losing money, but certainly lost a lot of market share, and people came down hard on Starbucks and Howard Schultz. Many of us did. Congratulations if you did. I know I decreased my Starbucks intake at least, I decreased it by 80%. When I'm in New York, for example, sometimes I'm forced to go get a cup of, there's no coffee shop there, so I'll have to go to a Starbucks. But it's very rare. I should just point this out. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I used to go, I'd get my little reward thing and be all happy. Ooh, look at me. I got my free coffee, free whatever. You pay $5 for something that costs 10 cents in Guatemala. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, so Schultz came out and he just got blasted. And again, the conservative movement spoke. What are you talking about hiring refugees in the face of terror attacks? That's a slap in the face to all of the victims of San Bernardino, of the Boston bombing, and the many other terror attacks that go on in this country, certainly monthly. You don't hear about all of them. What about the slap in the face to the terrorists, to the citizens of the world? These people, the left, talk about being citizens of the world. And no, we're going to help the refugees. Look, I get it. There are some legitimate refugees, but I talk about refugees all the time. The majority, the overwhelming majority, I'm talking 98% or some crazy amount, are refugees from countries who are ruled by Muslims. And these guys say, we're going to accept this. If you can't have your own religion and people accept you and you got to be on the run, what do you think that's going to do when they come to civilized society? Oh, there he went. Yeah, these Muslim countries are uncivilized. I mean, I just what I'll tell you is, look at what happens over there and tell me that's a place you want to live. Tell me one of these leftists, these Hollywood leftists, who so lament the situation of the refugees would dare live in these countries. Most of them wouldn't even visit. And I'll tell you something else. They doggone sure wouldn't visit without heavy security, without being, citizens of the state, invitees of the government. There's no way these people go visit these countries and just go walk amongst the indigenous. The indigenous, rather. Added a T to that. So, but if you want to be one of these Muslim celebrities or whatever, you want to come to America, you can walk the streets of America. You don't need security. I mean, I would tell you get security if you walk through any of our cities. But if you just want to walk America, go through a small town America, King whatever, and see how people embrace you. They'll be curious. They'll ask you questions. What's it like? What's life like? They don't care, but you can't go over there and do that. Man, you'd be killed. Remember that girl, some British or Scandinavian chick. I'm going to show how peaceful it is to go through the Middle East, blah, blah, blah. She gets there, she's raped and brutally murdered. She ain't even 20 miles into her trip. I don't know how many miles she was, but and I'm not chuckling at the fact that she died. I'm chuckling at the notion that she thought she could get through the Middle East in some van or something that she could. I'll prove to you how safe it is. Yeah, proof. You don't hear the left talking about those stories. Anyway, back to Starbucks. So now they run this commercial and they want to, we're going to hire 10,000 military people. We're so pro-military. It was a complete pivot. They were going to hire, I don't know, I thought it was 25,000. You guys checked, but it was thousands, okay? Thousands of refugees. And then they caught so much HE double crooked socks that they went, you know what? Let's change this thing into something that we know that conservatives will accept. Let's try to attract that conservative dollar back. We're going to hire 10,000 veterans, and they create a commercial. Starbucks supports its veterans. We love it. We love America. There's nothing more American than Colombian coffee, than Egyptian roast or, than Ethiopian blah, blah, blah. Then blah, So they want you to believe that, no, Starbucks, we're kinder, gentler. Watch what happens, folks. Watch all these leftist organizations, Target, the NFL, etc. They're going to pander to you. They're going to use the military. They're going to use kids. They're going to use old people. They're going to use dogs. And they're going to make it sound like, no, we weren't that way. We're misunderstood. You didn't understand us the way we really wanted it to be. And I'm going to play some stuff for you today that'll prove to you how leftism corrupts everything, how the left wants you to believe, don't believe what we say, believe what we say now, and their actions never back up what they really want you to know about them. Their actions never back up the truth, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. Anyway, going to be a fun show. I'll get it together, I promise you. Keep it here.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanYourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.